You. What up? All right. We got another one from Bill Burr. From Bill Burr. This is him talking about No Country for Old Men. Classic movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem. Classic movie. Classic villain. One of the scariest, like real life villains, that you can that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Other than of course you got like Freddy Krueger and Jason, but I'm talking about like a real person. you know, terrifying. But let's see what Bill Burr got to say about No Country for Old Men. Let's go.
I actually love Jacksonville, and it's like one of those, like a Coen brother movie hotel. Like you feel you're in No Country for Old Men, and you're gonna see that your lock's gonna go flying across the room. Dude, if I was drinking, dude, I would get that's what the fuck I would watch tonight.
Oh,
I would get a giant ice cube. I would tip the bottle like that. I would fill it up, and I would sit and watch that masterpiece. I love that movie. That's the reason why I bought my old truck.
And No Country for Old Men is the reason why I ended up getting my old 68 F100, because I was trying to figure out the classic car I wanted to get. And I was always a truck guy. And then I saw that opening scene where all those guys were dead and there was all these late 70s to like 1980 Ford trucks. And I was like, an old Ford truck, the short bed, that could be all right. And that's how I ended up with my truck, because of the Coen brothers. I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't think the Coen brothers get brought up enough. And I'm not gonna start an argument here, but there's certain directors, when they talk about the greatest American directors, get brought up. And I don't, if the Coen brothers are brought up, they're usually brought up fourth or fifth.
So
I love
beautifully
that.
written.
I
And
love
once
that.
you,
That writing is incredible. I haven't watched that movie in years because I owned it on VHS. I owned it on DVD. Whenever that came out, whatever the thing was, DVD. I bought that like 3 times because I wore it out.
Okay, the more people are staring at their phones and not looking at each other, I feel like the less fights there are. I swear to God, you could stab somebody in the neck like 4 times before anybody would even notice. Unless the person started kicking their legs like that police officer in the beginning of No Country for Old Men and was leaving the black marks on the floor.
Damn.
No Country for Old Men, everybody was just like, what the when that thing ended. People walking out going, I can't even tell you what the that was about. I think No Country for Old Men, the main character is, Jones is the main character of that movie to me. And that is about a guy who time has passed him by.
Right.
And he's basically chasing a ghost the whole movie. That's why he never sees the
Right,
guy.
right.
And the last words of the serial killer guy there, he says to the kids, he goes, you never saw me. So I thought that was the metaphor for the ghost. This is how I took it, but it actually makes you think. And I feel like that he was chasing the ghost. That's why when he was standing behind the door, he wasn't there and all that weird shit. How come we didn't kill him?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because the ghost he's chasing is the past and the way the things were. He can't even get his head around the level of violence that's going on. And I think that Javier Bardem was a metaphor for the level of violence. It almost wasn't, he was there, but he wasn't. You know what's funny? One of my favorite movies of all time is No Country for Old Men. I can't remember if I've even said this already. No Country for Old Men. I just watched it again last night, and I always forget if it's old man or old man. I think I already said that in this
Old
podcast,
man.
didn't I? Did I? I don't fucking know. Anyways.
Yes. I think it's one of the greatest movies that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Just the suspense. You know what I'm saying? You was on the edge of your seat. As soon as everything after when Josh Brolin getting the money, it was intense because you didn't know. Because Javier Bardem was after his ass. And you knew he was going to get him. So, I mean, yeah, that movie there. Like I said, Javier Bardem, his villain. That villain was probably like, he's not like a superhero or a super villain or anything like that. But he's like up there with like a Heath Ledger Joker. You know what I'm saying? Just an iconic villain that came out of nowhere. I mean, the Joker didn't come out of nowhere, but I think Heath Ledger's performance did. That's kind of the same thing. Like Javier Bardem, like it's like what the heck, you know what I'm saying? I remember niggas was dressing up as Javier Bardem in Halloween and shit, like his hair, and it was scary, man. And what was his what was the weapon he had or the gun? He was like a cow, you know, it punched a cow in the head. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, everything about him was terrifying. Everything about the movie was good. You know what I'm saying? But I could watch that right now. I could watch that again right now, for real. On the real, I could watch that right now. Man. Yeah. Bill Burr, I think he broke that down well. You know, one of his favorite movies too. I can see why. I can see why.